Good morning, traders. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is the 18th of February, Saturday morning, 5:15 on the East Coast. Looking at the markets this weekend. Gotta love crypto. Never stops trading. Trades around the clock. Trades every day. It is great. I wished the stock market futures would trade around the clock. They should learn a thing or two from the crypto markets. That would be very, very cool. So welcome to the channel, guys. Appreciate all of these subscribers. This morning, we are going to look at the Flare Network token. Flare Network / Tether, ticker symbol over here on tradingview.com is FLRUSDT. This is the KuCoin data, and it is Flare / Tether USDT. Getting some nice support showing up here for Flare. We are in basically this pennant pattern, this flag here. If I draw, you can see this actually really does look like a flag, a pennant here. We have basically a big candle here. And then so far, we've been consolidating inside this pattern here. So basically, higher lows and lower highs. So we have a higher low here. We have a lower high here. Another higher low. Another lower high. So far, we didn't make it to the bottom of this range yet. But this is currently a higher low, although it should come down within this area. So that is interesting. I picked up on that this morning. I shouldn't say I haven't paid too much attention to the Flare chart. I look at it every day. Been accumulating more, staking more Flare. Nice to get that passive income while holding Flare for a larger move. So as this pullback took place the past 2 days, we stopped on a dime right at a support level, which was 39.62. We've had this level on the chart for a while now, and big pullback, wicked down to a low of 39.56. Slightly below our 39.62, and then we have been moving back to the upside. Taking a step back a couple days, we almost got a breakout here above our overhead resistance line, that white line that runs down on a slight angle. This day right here, the 15th, tried to break out, wasn't ready, guys. Hit the same level on the day on the 16th and got pushed back down. That was with that crypto pullback. So you can see it's still respecting this upper line. Let me get the arrow back. It's respecting this upper line, and it is respecting this lower line. And we are heading into, you could call it the apex here of this pattern, and eventually it should break in a big way. We'll have to see what way the market goes. It could break to the downside. It could break to the upside. But we have on the time clock, we have roughly, give or take a day or so, 11 days, which puts us out to roughly March 1st. Doesn't mean it won't break out before that or after that, but at some point, we'll get to that, basically the end of this pattern, which will either be the last day of February or the first day of March. And if it hasn't broken out yet, that's probably when it would take place. So if the momentum does continue to the upside for Bitcoin, which we actually, yesterday afternoon, some buyers stepped back into the Bitcoin futures, and that was very nice to see. Gives me a little bit more conviction that wasn't a blow off top I believe the date was the 16th, and we are going to continue the uptrend. So we are still bullish on this market, on the crypto market, I should say. Flare, we have, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. We have all of these lines on the chart. You might be wondering what they are. So we spoke about the price pulling back and finding resistance at the 39.62 white level, or finding support, excuse me, at that level. The reason why we were looking for support at that level is it was below the market. It still is below the market, I should say. So our next level above the market is 41.28. That would be this line right here. We could expect the price to find some resistance there, struggle a little bit before overcoming that level and turning it into support and then moving higher. So just like this time frame right here found resistance at that 41.28 level until broken to the upside, which was broken to the upside on the 14th. We could see the same thing take place again. And so if you flip that upside down, our lower levels act as support, our upper levels act as resistance for a period of time. The period of time could be a couple hours, could be a couple days, could be a couple weeks or months. That we do not know. So you can see we have all of these upper targets above the market. The colors don't matter. I just usually will switch the colors up when I add new ones. So the next video, you can tell which is new and which has been there for a while. So we have a 43.01, 45.65, 49.10s up in here. Then we're up into the 5s. And I think we do actually have some quite a bit higher. We have, I guess our highest one is up there in the 6 range. The 6-cent range. So this thing looks quite bullish. We might have to wait a little bit. Like I said, it's around 11 days or so, give or take a day or two, before this pattern would run out and we would really be looking for a big break. We're looking for a bullish breakout, assuming the markets do continue to the upside. If the markets roll over in a big way, well, it's not going to help this pattern break out to the upside. Guys, you can see the strength that when we get into the bottom of these patterns. So for example, when we got to the bottom of this pattern right here, you can see support showed up, and look how strong the run was to the upside before finding resistance. Very, very strong. That was a big, big support area. So roughly call it a 30% rally off of the bottom end of this pattern. So like I said, we have been accumulating more flare and we continue to stake it. Of course, that's not financial advice. That is just what we're deciding to do with flare as we wait for the price to appreciate here. And might not happen this year. We'll see what happens. Depends on what the market does, but at least we can earn some income, some more flare token, some more shares of flare network as we wait here. To the upside, you can take so roughly, if you take the depth of this pattern here, which would be, let's see, 158. So if we take the 158, which was the depth of that, and we roughly take it from here, the 158 would take us up to basically our 5-6 level. So if we take the depth of this 158, and then we add that to over in here, from this area higher, it takes us right up to basically in between our 5.5 and our 5.6 level breakout. So that would be on a percentage basis, call it a 40% move higher. So heading from a 4-cent flare up to a 5.5-cent flare. Ultimately, I think the price will be much, 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 much higher than that down the road. But things take time. Time is a important aspect of the market. There is time and there is price, and they have to ebb and flow. If one moves too fast, the other one has to catch up, and so on. So sometimes things takes time, and then the price will move in a big way, and then some more time has to go by. Things consolidate, and so on. Not all stocks, not all cryptos trend in, call it like a perfect ratio where it's slow and steady in one direction. Not always the case. So that's my thoughts on Flare, guys. We have found support at 39.62. Our next level above the market is 41.28. We have a projection from this pattern up there at the 5.5 or so, 5.5 cent range, basically a 40% move from the upside from the center of this pennant. Our highest target right now for Flare is at 6 cents. I do think it'll be way higher than that down the road. That's just all we have right now based on this chart. You could also throw the fibs up there, take the swing high to your swing low, which is roughly right about there. You can throw that on the chart, and that will give you some very nice overhead areas to keep an eye on, some targets, we'll say, as the price does move higher eventually. So just for starters, guys, the 1618 fib level is up there at a 6 cent. The 2618 fib is up there at a 10 cent flare token. And then you can go as high as you basically would like. The 36 up there at a 15, 23, 19, and so on. So if you're not bullish on this project, tell me what I'm not seeing here, because this looks like a bullish chart. The price looks cheap. The big factor, the big elephant in the room is Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin, unfortunately, very thankful to have Bitcoin around, but the amount of weight that it carries on everything else, it just is what it is for now until markets change, if they ever change. If I could go back in time, I wish I could have purchased, and I could have actually, I just wasn't involved in the space at that point, XRP at the 3 to 4 cent range. Can't go back, but I would like to not miss Flare Network. You guys have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the channel. Hit subscribe. If you are not yet subscribed, hit that thumbs up. Share the video. Share it with your friends. I appreciate it. And good luck out there.